My name is Denny, and welcome back to Take Care Tuesdays, where we deep dive into conversations about how we nurture ourselves. If you've never been here before, thank you for showing up today. You can find all of the other episodes on my IGTV section or on the guide on my Instagram. And if you happen to love this video or any of the other videos that you see, it would make my heart so happy if you would support by either sharing with a friend and or saving this video for future reference to refer back to later. Now let's jump into this week's episode. In honor of the weather gearing up to change this month, we're focusing on refreshing. Last week we talked about how to reset, and this week we're going to focus on grounding. But first, what is grounding? Grounding is the process of balancing your physical, emotional, mental, and energy state and realigning them or reconnecting them so that they can work all together cohesively. I also like to refer to this as coming back to yourself. I can recall many moments of transition in my life where I needed grounding. Moments like becoming a wife or becoming a mother, even to graduating or dealing with grief, and all of the other moments in between. I've especially learned to lean into grounding when faced with having to make a big decision or if I'm feeling overwhelmed or burnt out. Grounding helps me to realign myself with my intentions and my desires. It helps me to declutter my mind and also get my body back together. I am my best self when I am grounded. If you're unfamiliar with grounding, some of the benefits of grounding would include clearing your mind, recharging your energy, strengthening your instincts, and calming your emotions. You can always tell if you're grounded if your thoughts are clear and organized, you are present, and you feel in control of your emotions and your opinions. When you're not grounded, you usually feel overwhelmed or anxious or even frantic. You can be easily distracted or indecisive, and you may feel powerless, spaced out, or even unconnected from your body. Typically, grounding can mean getting rooted into your physical body or connecting to the earth. I have 5 grounding techniques that you can start today to help you realign each facet of your life as well as getting back to yourself. The first technique is very simple. It's breathing. Never underestimate the power of a great deep breath. Breathing is such a great way to begin grounding yourself, and honestly, really a great starting point for any of your self-care routines or practices. Paying attention to your breath during certain breathing practices or techniques can help you to recenter yourself pretty quickly. You can try box breathing, which is basically inhaling for 4 counts, holding it for 4 counts, exhaling for 4 counts, and then holding that for 4 counts. It looks a little something like this. Do this 4 times repetitively and see how you feel afterwards. The second technique is moving your body. Movement in your body is a great way to reconnect to yourself. No matter how much I'm not a fan of it, your body needs to sweat. Exercise is a great way to get the movement that your body needs. Yoga and dancing are also great alternatives. And whether you live a sedentary life or an active life, stretching is always necessary. So that can also be a way for you to move your body as well. The third technique is walking the earth barefoot. Don't leave me. There's a lot of science that completely explains how our bodies are full of conductivity and how electrons and all of that works together to emit energy and literally help us in a positive way. All you have to do is just walk outside on your front lawn and stand in the grass for a few moments. You can always go to the beach and stand in the sand as well. By doing this, you're literally connecting your body to the earth, which will help to ground you. The fourth technique is something that I'm always going to mention: meditation. Whether you're sitting in silence or humming or listening to someone guide you, meditation is always a great way to ground yourself. It can provide so much clarity and a moment of silence that can set the tone for the rest of your day. If you're new to meditation, you can try sitting in silence for 5 minutes, and as you go along, add a minute to the routine each day. The fifth grounding technique that I have is eating seasonally. I'm sure you're aware that even though you may see the same fruits and vegetables in the grocery stores all the time, there are certain times when foods are in season. Foods like citrus fruits, kale, and radishes are currently in season right now for this month. So our homework this week is to try one of the practices that I just mentioned for 5 to 10 minutes. Just take one day out of the week and decide which one would be the most comfortable for you and see how it works. See how you feel afterwards. So that's all for this week's episode. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate it. If you have any comments about this episode or suggestions for future episodes, please feel free to leave comments below or in my DMs. Until next time, take care.